though the wedding was very beautiful. Where I
Where
was
was
at,
it?
it was at the Aria.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it was my first time there. Yeah,
The
Well,
Aria is nice.
I
yeah.
love weddings. They're so much fun.
I don't usually stay for do the reception thing, but I did, and I had a very great time. But I did hear that the event was beautiful.
It was just
And
really everybody, it was just great energy and
yeah.
we've had so much, it was good. And I think the women, their families, it was just Kelly, she was emotional, but I think it was good for her.
Hmm.
And Barbara, I mean, she's a little loopy, but she went, and I'm gonna be 90. And everybody was like, yay.
All right.
John was like, oh, she said that a couple of times over and over. I said, she's fine.
She's fine.
Hello, Attorney Osborne.
Look, Councilwoman, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Sorry, waiting for this agenda to load up. Technology is not being my friend right now. All right. We can go get started. Everybody ready? Good evening, everyone. I would like to call this special virtual Health and Human Services Committee meeting to order for today, March 30th, 2026. We are viewing live on HPA-TV.org, all HPA-TV social media platforms on Comcast Xfinity, Channel 96, and Frontier Communications, Channel 6032. My name is Councilman TJ Clark. I serve as the chair for the HHS Committee and Council President. And I'm joined by Councilwoman Marilyn Rossetti, who is a voting member, and Councilman Alex Thomas, who is a voting member. And we also have with us Attorney Demar Osborne from the Office of the Corporation Counsel. And I'm getting ready to call you doctor. So I don't know if that is in your purview immediately, Director Jackson Shahid. But I was just about to give you the title. We are joined by our HHS Director, Ebony Jackson Shahid, and Faith Palmer, who is from the Director's Office, and Oscar Camaño, who is from the Office of the Council President. We have three items on our agenda, and our first item is item 2.1, which is a presentation update by Director Jackson Shahid.
Thank you, Council President. Yes, it's so interesting you said that because I am starting my doctorate in the fall. So thank you so
Yay!
much.
Is it okay to share with us where you're going to be attending?
I don't want to share right now because
Okay.
I have some other places that are coming in. So
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Congrats on that. Congrats on that.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. For this particular meeting, we're going to go ahead and we have chosen the epidemiology department to present on. And we have a lot of good things that we're doing in that division. So our epidemiology division, we are fully staffed at this particular moment. So we do have two epidemiologists for the city. So some of the things that we have recently been working on is our respiratory illness dashboard that will be presented tomorrow in cabinet meeting for the first time. We've been working on it for quite some time, and now it is actually ready for presentation. We're also going to, show the rest of the cabinet how to use the dashboard. And that is not the only dashboard that we will be creating. We'll be working on some other dashboards for the entire health department, especially when it comes to disease surveillance. So we want to create one for the environmental health division because obviously they are dealing with foodborne illnesses. So we do capture those, and we want to make sure that we are being transparent with the data for the community. So these dashboards are, yes, they're great to look at, but they are very informative. They talk about our cases in as real time as we can get it, um, as well as be interactive with the community. They can go on and they can kind of do like a crosstabs themselves. Things are stratified by race, by gender. We have not been able to be as granular as by zip code, but those are some things that we are working on for some other dashboards. These dashboards are going to help us with our accreditation because it is about communicating data to the community. So there are a couple of domains within the FAB accreditation for 2026 that this will definitely speak to. So like I said, we finished the respiratory illness dashboard and we will be presenting that tomorrow. We are currently also in the process of finishing up the chip. And we have been coordinating efforts with our divisions. So all of our divisions have really been helpful in helping us complete the chip. If people do not know what the chip is, it is a community health improvement plan. It's basically like a long-term effort by local health departments and community partners to basically address certain public health issues. And it's basically formulated based on results of the CHA, which is the Community Health Assessment. And people are more familiar with the Community Health Assessment, but this is also very important when it comes to strategy. And this chip will be good for 3 to 5 years. Some people just, um, revamp it every 5 years. But we like to say 3 to 5, just depending on if your strategic plan changes because our climate changes. So we may have to update our strategic plan, and therefore you also need to update the chip. So we are finishing efforts with that. If you would like, when the chip is complete, we are going to be presenting at the cabinet meeting. But if council would like us to do, a special presentation of the chip, we can have the epidemiology team come out and do that presentation as well. Our FAB consultant is ramping up efforts around our emergency preparedness plan. The emergency preparedness plan or emergency preparedness in general for local health is it's a major part to accreditation. And, that's usually something where a lot of larger health departments sometimes struggle a bit because we are not there. It's multi-sectoral. So it's not just the health department doing our own separate emergency preparedness plan. We actually, here in Hartford, we have the emergency manager for the city. So that director, which right now it is also Chief Barco, he's the emergency management for the city. He actually has an overall or overarching emergency plan for the city. However, there is a portion of the emergency plan that the health department actually has. We are the section of the plan that talks about hazard, right? And specifically addresses public health. However, in the emergency preparedness plan that FAB is asking us for, it's almost like doing a double plan. Because even though, we have our emergency management department here at the city, they still want us to have our own plan. And so it's kind of like doing double duty. And I don't know if anyone has ever read or seen our emergency management plan for the city, but it is very hefty. It is a large ask. It is a very large plan. It's probably one of the most dense plans that the city has. And the health department will be doing an additional version to that, to basically meet all of the needs or measures for our FAB accreditation. So in doing that, since we do not have an emergency preparedness coordinator at this time, that position is vacant. It is posted, but until we get an emergency preparedness coordinator, we have had some assistance with some of this reporting from the epidemiologists as well as myself. I have stepped in as well. And Chief Barco has been doing a great job with attending some of the regional meetings that we are also required to attend as well. So that is my update for our EPI division.
Thank you for that update. How long has the emergency preparedness coordinator position been vacant?
It has not been vacant long. It has been vacant 2 months now.
Okay. Has the job been posted yet?
The job has been posted, yes.
Okay. Perfect. Regarding the emergency preparedness plan, I can't say that I've actually seen it. And I think, admittedly, I haven't seen one produced in quite some time. Is it available online?
I don't think that the emergency plan for the city is online. Now, it may be, but I don't think it is. We have received the emergency plan when I first got here. That was one of the first things I asked for. And I did read the plan cover to cover because that is my job too. However, it is one of those things that, it is a very detailed plan. Large in size, one of those things that's just required for, every municipality as well as district. And the health department inside of the emergency plan, we have our amended area. However, most of the time, and this is my second time going through accreditation, that is not enough. It does not suffice the domains or measures of FAB. So there, a lot of what's in the overarching emergency management plan would. However, FAB doesn't really want us to use that because that's not our department. It's almost like they want us to have our own separate. So there's, it's almost like we're redoing, an emergency management plan, but it's just for, local health. So it is intense, but it's something that, we have really good participation. Our management team is on board, and we've been, getting through working with our consultant.
So how long would that process under FAB's guidance will that take for your team to produce with the consultant?
Well, there was an extension due to some changes at the federal government. So our original date was supposed to be January, but that extended. They actually gave all departments who put in an application for accreditation the opportunity to extend for up to a year due to the changes. And so our time is coming up soon. We don't want to wait until the last minute. So we've actually just been actively, working towards completing the plan. And that's why I did mention if you would like to, see some of that progress, that's something that we can share with you. And you can see that step by step.
No, definitely. I think that that would be good for our next committee meeting for your team to show us what the steps that you all have taken to devise this plan. The other question is, so with the city's emergency management plan, I know it's been over a decade since the city merged the emergency management department with the fire department. Maybe this is more of a question for Chief Barco, but you're somewhat intricately involved. Um, that is a public document, right?
I believe it's a public document.
Okay. Okay. All right. I will reserve my questions for the rest for Chief Barco. Councilwoman Rossetti or Councilman Thomas, do you have any questions?
No. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very informative.
Neither do I. I don't have any questions. Thank you for your presentation, Director
Thank you.
Shahid.
All right, thank you very much. Next item And I don't see Councilman Mitchum here. It's item 2.2, Member Josh Mitchum, an ordinance amending Chapter 18, Article 9, Section 18-110 of the Municipal Code of Hartford to provide adequate relocation services to displaced tenants. And this already had a public hearing, but since the author of the ordinance is not here, the chair entertain a motion for postponement.
I make a motion to postpone this item.
I second it.
Motion's been made and properly second to postpone this ordinance until the next committee meeting. Is there any other discussions on this postponement?
No.
Hearing or seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 The ayes have it. This item is postponed to our next committee meeting. Next item on our agenda is item 2.3, Councilwoman Mallory Rosado, Council President Clark, Majority Leader Billadu, Councilwoman Surgeon, Councilman Thomas, Councilman Mitchum, Councilwoman Rossetti, Councilman Gale, with the company ordinance establishing the Puerto Rican and Hispanic History and Culture Commission. I just received a notice that the author of the resolution is unable to attend. Actually, not a resolution, it's an ordinance. With that said, the chair will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to postpone agenda item
2.3.
2.3.
Second.
Motion's been made and properly second to postpone item 2.3 until our next committee meeting. Any discussions on this item? Hearing or seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. This item is postponed until our next committee meeting. Last item on our agenda is item 2.4, Council President Clark, Councilwoman Surgeon, Councilwoman Rosado, Councilwoman Rossetti, Councilman Gale, Councilman Thomas, Majority Leader Billadu, resolution declaring traffic violence a public health crisis. Right. So with this item, we are very familiar with the term Vision Zero, which the city has already adopted. Some of us have had conversations with community members. We've heard one of the latest vehicular traffic incidences that took place this most recently this past Christmas with a young man who was struck and killed by a runaway speeding car. The driver vacated the scene. And so this resolution pulls together a lot of information and support that has already been provided, thankfully through our planning division with DDS, and also to adopting a model that our neighboring town, the town of West Hartford, has adopted regarding Vision Zero. Councilwoman Rossetti and I and Rosado attended the North Hartford Public Safety Coalition, where we talked about what the city can do to move in a direction for Vision Zero and being more expanded in what we're doing. And so this resolution just speaks to some of the city's attributes and also to functionalities that are already taking place and just expanding on what's going to what we would hope that the city would continue to do in best practices. And as it said, as I previously stated, that this some of the components of this resolution is already um, um, functioning regarding the traffic safety information that's reported, and so also too in collaboration with the council region council of government committee as well. So the other components of this resolution are speaking to uh, analysis and interventions and other equity impacts that we can be able to offer our residents for more suggested items as to how we can keep our streets safer. And one of the one of the moving, I would say, not, I don't want to call it moving targets, but one of our main targets is within 90 days of the passage of this resolution, the city can develop a quick build Safety Action Plan, which is prioritizing proven low cost and rapidly deployable safety interventions, which includes high visibility crosswalk upgrades, daylighting of intersections, temporary curb extensions, speed management tools where permitted, enhanced pedestrian protections, and targeted safety improvements through along with a highway injury network report. So again, some of these things are already being worked on, but this is just a step and more in a collaboration with DDS. DDS has been doing some great work along with our Department of Public Works and our planning and zoning team. But this now just brings it to the forefront and to allow the public to know what's been going on. Because many people in the public had not been aware about the city has already adopted Division Zero within our Complete Streets ordinance and the POCD plan that the city had put together. So this just helps bring it now to a forefront as we continue to work collaboratively with the rest of our council members and administration in the community to really decreasing high traffic areas and putting more safety guards in there. Yes, Councilwoman.
Is there understanding we already have some existing pieces of this moving? Is there some kind, do you vision some kind of timeline, or is this now kind of when we're going to start to lay that out?
I would say the timeline would be assuming that this item would be passed, is working with Director Deutsch on some of this stuff that's already been rolled out and getting a more thorough timeline on that.
Okay. And again, through you, Mr. Chair, do we need to, or is there some funding associated with this current, the new budget and this? Will we need to do that? Is that something, or will we be able to incorporate it into some of the existing things we're already doing?
My thoughts are we can actually incorporate this into some of the existing things that are going on. For example, I know that there are some areas that are going to be doing some street improvements um, over in the south side with Maple Avenue street improvements. The northwest section, there's going to be some upgrades with traffic calming as well. So I think it'll be a good culmination of already what's in the pot.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Any other questions? Okay, hearing or seeing none, the chair will entertain a motion.
I make a motion to send back agenda item
2.4.
2.4 favorably to the council.
Second.
Motion's been made and properly second for a favorable recommendation back to council. Any further discussions? Hearing or seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 It's unanimous. The ayes have it. This item is passed back to our council meeting with a favorable recommendation. Since we have no other items to discuss, before we adjourn, we'd like to inform the viewing public that due to our budget hearings that are going to be taking place next month, the Health and Human Services Committee will not be meeting for the month of April. So a notice cancellation will be
mine.
going out. The chairwoman just said that the Operations Management and Budget Committee will not be meeting at its regular scheduled time as well. And so she will be sending out a notice as well. Well, we would like to invite everyone to the first mayor's recommended budget public hearing that will be taking place this coming Wednesday, April 1st at 6 p.m. At the Batchelder School on New Britain Avenue. And if you would like to sign up, there's ways to go. You can contact the council office. You can contact my office as well if you would like to sign up. Sign-up sheets will be available at Batchelder School. And please get there very early if you would like to sign up to speak because it is, we anticipate it being a jam-packed auditorium. And so seating will be limited. Thank you very much for your time. And we wish you a good night. This meeting is now adjourned.
Thank you.
Good night.